Good evening, you all. How are you all doing today? Today, I just wanted to point out some things that were pointed out to me. Some time ago, I made a video, and I was saying in the video that the word wormwood just kept popping up everywhere. Wormwood, wormwood. Well, when it comes to wormwood tied to the Bible, you you can find that in Revelations chapter 8. Now, like I said, the word wormwood, it just kept crossing past me. And so it prompted me to just think about the waters, because in Revelation 8, it says, in Revelation 8 and 10, we're going to start at Revelation 8:10. It says, and the third angel sounded, and there fell a great star from heaven, burning as it were a lamp, and it fell upon the third part of the rivers and upon the fountains of waters. Now in Revelation 8:11, it says, and the name of the star is called wormwood. And the third part of the waters became wormwood, and many men died of the waters because they were made bitter. Now, on yesterday, let me see how can I word this. On yesterday, a big star fell. I'm sure everyone has heard about it, but a star fell. Now, God, when He speaks in the Bible, He speaks in a lot of parables. And I've said this before, He speaks in a lot of literal senses. He speaks in a lot of hypothetical senses. He speaks in a lot of metaphorical senses, and symbolic senses. So, in Revelations 8:10 through 11, it's basically saying the third angel sounded his trumpet, and because this is about the seven angels with the seven trumpets, starting in Revelation 8. But Revelation 8:10 says that the third angel sounded his horn, and a great star fell from heaven. And in 11, it's saying the name was wormwood, and the third part of the waters became wormwood, and many men died of the waters because they were made bitter. Now, that could mean a literal sense as a literal something falling from the sky into the water, making it bitter. Because, see, that's how you would take it in a literal sense. In a metaphorical sense or a symbolic, it could be when the star fell, all those who had partaken in the waters died from the water, from the poisoned water, because it was bitter. It could mean that in a metaphorical or a symbolic sense. Nonetheless, you have to pay attention to these quote-unquote coincidences, but I don't think that was a coincidence. I think we're moving right along in the book of Revelation as far as it is in sense of the end times prophecy. Now, you can take from that what resonates with you, and you can leave what doesn't resonate with you. But if we continue to read, see, the star fell yesterday on the harvest moon, which was a partial lunar eclipse. Now, if we continue to read Revelations 8, in Revelations 8:12, it says, and the fourth angel sounded. Now, on October 2nd, we are supposed to have another solar eclipse. And if you remember the first solar eclipse that happened this year in April 8th, on April 8th of 2024. You know, it was a lot of weird stuff happening after that eclipse. The eclipse was eclipsing out here. People was losing their mind. They was tripping. They was really tripping. But nonetheless, there's another solar eclipse October 7th. I'm sorry. That's incorrect. October the 2nd. October the 2nd. There's another solar eclipse. And if we continue to read, and the fourth angel sounded, and the third part of the sun was smitten. Now that's if we keep on reading now. I just don't think these are coincidences. But it says, and the fourth angel sounded, and the third part of the sun was smitten, and the third part of the moon, and the third part of the stars. So as the third part of them were darkened, and the day shone not for a third part of it, and the light and the night likewise. And I beheld and heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, Woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth by reason of the other voices of the trumpet of the three angels which are yet to sound. Now, again, you gather from that what you would like, but it lines up to me. To me it does, and I'm pointing it out to see what other people think. Does it line up to them, or does it line up with them? You know, am I tripping? Because I ain't too big to say I was wrong, but I would just like to point that out. What do you think? I'm waiting on you all to chime in and tell me as we move on with end times prophecy. Until next time, catch you on the flip.